So.
Woo! Hey everyone, welcome back to ChaatNChat. My name is Josh.
My name is Miguel.
And we are watching Mehuna. This is part 3, so if you missed part 1 or part 2, then please go and check them out. I put their link to the playlist in the description below this video. And then after watching those, you'll know exactly where we are for part 3. And if you're interested, after this part, we're gonna have a little bit of a review, sort of our thoughts, opinions, rating, that sort of thing. So if you're interested in that, be sure to catch it. और अगर अब तक नहीं किया,
सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए, लाइक बटन पर टप्पा मारो।
मुझे तो पता ही नहीं था कि मेरा बेटा इतना हैंडसम है।
I love you, Ma.
Happy birthday.
Oh, he crying. Simpty.
Class, I have some good news and I have some bad news. Bad news is that Professor Rasai ने अपना इस्तीफा दे दिया है. And the good news is that Professor Rasai ने खुद एक नया physics professor भेजा है.
It's what's his name?
Please welcome Professor Raghav Datta.
oh, and his code name is Raghavan. So Raghav, right?
मेरा नाम राघव है और आप लोग मुझे मेरे नाम से पुकारेंगे। नो सर, नो गुरुजी। राम
Sir,
फेल हुए थे या पढ़ाई देर से शुरू की?
सर वो क्या है ना, राम को अपनी पढ़ाई
प्रश्न तुमसे नहीं पूछा गया। जब बड़े बात कर रहे हो तो बीच में बोला नहीं करते। क्या तुम्हारे पिता ने तुम्हें यह भी नहीं सिखाया?
that's not fair, sir.
बड़ी दिलचस्प क्लास है। क्या नाम है आपका?
Lucky.
स्टैंड अप। पूरा नाम?
Lakshman Prasad Sharma.
What? Your name's really not Lucky?
बड़ा कितना बदतमीज आदमी है।
Avoid या संजू.
क्या अवॉइड? वो होता कौन है मेरे डैड के बारे में कुछ भी कहने वाला?
संजू, prom night मेरे साथ चलोगी क्या?
लकी, वो मैंने पर्सी को प्रॉमिस किया था कि मैं उसके साथ जा रही हूँ।
लकी प्रॉम नाइट की आखिरी टिकट बचे
Oh,
तू ले रहा है
Lucky Percy.
नहीं यार, इस साल मैं नहीं आऊँगा.
व्हाट, पागल हो गया क्या? तेरे बिना प्रॉम नाइट कैसे होगी? संजू, मैं प्रॉम में तुम्हारे साथ नहीं आ सकता।
व्हाट?
मैं तुम्हारे साथ बोर हो जाता हूँ और जब से तुमने ये लिपस्टिक लगाना शुरू किया ना तो बेटर लक नेक्स्ट टाइम।
Talk about letting her down easy, huh?
मुझे लगता है तुम्हें लकी के साथ जाना चाहिए।
What a nice guy. But nice guys always finish last.
A lot of times, yes.
पर्सी, you're so sweet.
स्वीट किसको बोला?
मैं प्रॉम में रहूंगा बाकी टीचर्स के साथ।
Oh, jeez. Just spit it anywhere.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Welcome to prom night. But as usual, last year की तरह no kissing on the dance floor, especially boys and boys, okay?
राम, यही मौका है। जाओ, मिस चांदी को डांस के लिए कहो।
नहीं. Come on, Ram.
Student and teacher line, man. Keep that line.
अगर तुमने आज डांस नहीं किया ना, तो मैं तुमसे कभी बात नहीं करूँगी।
नहीं संजू. Ram. मैं भी. Lakshman, listen to me,
और
Lakshman.
मैं भी।
Percy. What? Listen, guys.
Even Percy.
मेजर साहब का ध्यान कहीं और है। You guys go ahead.
Oh, man. The fact they just do that right on the school campus is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
She is actually very pretty. Hey, what a move.
What? Poor Percy.
वैसे आपको घर कौन छोड़ रहा है?
I'm a big girl, मेरे पास गाड़ी है, मैं चली जाऊँ।
हाँ वो तो है, लेकिन एक लेडी को गाड़ी तक एस्कॉर्ट तो करना चाहिए।
आपको तकलीफ उठाने की कोई जरूरत
Yeah, not from this cringe dude.
राम,
Sir.
come here. मिस चांदी को गाड़ी तक छोड़ा।
मैं-
राम,
एक्चुअली
प्लीज जाओ छोड़ा।
Oh, he's removing him out of the picture. You should have known that.
बाहर निकल रहे वो लोग, संभाल लो।
यस सर।
Hi.
सॉरी राम, वो प्रोफेसर राघव ने तुम्हें
Oh,
मुझे छोड़ने के लिए फोर्स किया।
Smelling
Dude,
it.
pay attention, pay attention. You could get killed here.
राम, जितना अच्छा डांस करते हो, उतनी अच्छी गाड़ी भी चला लेते हो। मुझे घर तक नहीं छोड़ोगे?
Yeah, no.
What? Aren't you a big girl? Did not see that coming. Wow.
And who is your primary directive to save?
Yeah, this is a whole
Yeah.
kind of distraction. Oh, nice shot. Wow.
रुक जा ए गाड़ी नीचे करो वरना भेजा उड़ा दूंगा इसका
राम, you listen to him.
नीचे कर
Wait, why would his...
Shot his leg through.
Between her legs. Dang.
लिफ्ट देने के लिए थैंक यू सर, लेकिन आपने तकलीफ क्यों उठाई? हम खुद चले जाते।
डोंट बी सिली इस वक्त तुम दोनों अकेले घर जाते
It was a distraction. Got him. Yeah.
सर मेरा घर आ गया।
ओके
Don't leave her alone
Thank
with
you, sir.
him.
श्योर
Yeah, that. Dude, you should have gone all the way home with her.
Hold it. ये तो क्या हो रहा है? What the hell is happening?
संजू, you okay?
राम ये बंदूक
सर यहाँ पे खतरा है, गाड़ी चलाइए प्लीज।
And he still hasn't figured out that this guy is the unknown factor that came into
Did he
all this.
cover up his scar? Because he did see
Well,
the
he
scar.
does have a thick glass rim.
संजू, your dad is here.
Wow. How long did she say? 10 years? 6 years?
तो तुम फौजी हो
मेजर राम सर,
मेजर
गुड नाइट।
गुड नाइट
Still doesn't know.
Kind of clueless.
And his voice is just so iconic. Like,
yeah,
how do you
it's like-
not recognize his voice?
राम को मैंने ही भेजा था तुम्हारी सुरक्षा के लिए।
So,
Woo!
मैं हूँ मेजर।
यस मैम।
तुम यहाँ
This
संजना
is
को protect-
I
steamy.
wonder if she's also not an agent as well.
Oh, that
Yani,
would be a good twist. I mean, because she's new
कभी मेरे
as
साथ-
well. So she showed up around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
He needs some cold water.
Yeah. Happy Teacher's Day.
तुम माँ को कब बताओगे राम? अब तो संजना भी प्रोटेक्शन
Wow,
के लिए
that
राजी
moved
हो गई।
pretty quickly.
अब तो बताना ही पड़ेगा ना।
They're all cuddles now.
Mm-hmm.
लेकिन मुझे बहुत डर लगता है।
तो लकी शर्मा शेखर शर्मा का बेटा है राम का सौतेला भाई
देखना बाबा, इस बार माँ मुझे अपना लेगी।
I wouldn't
और
go
वो
in with that
लक्ष्मण भी।
expectation. There's someone sitting on the right-hand side. He's not.
No, someone already
Hello, Ma.
spilled the beans to him.
लकी,
Nope, they're upset. It should have been him to tell him.
एक्चुअली मुझे आप दोनों से कुछ कहना है।
I said someone's already sitting over there in that chair. He's already spilled
Ram?
beans. I told you.
राम तुम शेखर शर्मा के बेटे हो अरे तुमने मुझे बताया ही नहीं अच्छा हुआ उन आर्मी वालों ने बता दिया कैसा है वो बुढ़ाऊ हैं बहुत अच्छा दोस्त है वो मेरा कोई अता पता है उसका कोई नंबर वंबर
He's letting his emotions get the better of him and not realizing he's being played. He should have known this already.
लगता है मैं गलत वक्त पर आ गया
मैं आपको यही बताने के लिए आया था। Just don't say anything, राम। कुछ मत कहो। Just shut up, okay? आप तो समझ सकती हैं ना कि मैंने ऐसा क्यों किया, प्लीज। अगर एक और लफ्ज भी कहा ना राम।
नहीं लक्ष्मण, कहने दो इसे। तुम्हें क्या लगा कि हम तुम्हें अपना लेंगे, भूल जाएंगे सब कुछ?
Maybe find out that I'm actually not a bad guy.
All right.
जाओ और कह दो अपने पिता से कि हमें उनकी कोई जरूरत नहीं है। हमने उनके बिना जीना सीख लिया है और अब उनकी भी यही सजा है कि वो भी हमारे बिना ही जिए और हमारा मुंह देके बिना ही मर जाए।
मर चुके हैं.
अब अपना सामान लो और जाओ यहाँ से।
Speak your piece, man. Don't just let her go on and on and on. You got to jump in somewhere.
एक मिनट राम, क्या मिला तुम्हें ये सब करके? क्यों आए थे तुम यहाँ?
सच बताओ भाई।
मैं यहाँ अपने बाबा की आखिरी ख्वाहिश पूरी करने आया। उनकी सजा यही थी कि वो आप दोनों को देखे बिना जिए और देखे बिना ही मर गए। वो आपसे बहुत प्यार करती थी। मैं तो सिर्फ उनका परिवार एक करने आया था बस। और
It was. I think he went in with such high aspirations. It was. I'm like. And
well, maybe if he would have been able to
tell them
in his own way, but someone came and made it look like he was deceiving until the end. Wow, such a farewell gathering.
Candy. Oh, she made him a sweater. But she's still not. She's still under threat from that dude. So why?
Wasn't it up until August 15th? So if he said his mission's complete, maybe does that mean August 15th is...
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense right now.
Or mission complete because now she accepts the soldiers to protect her because her dad's in town.
Maybe.
So that's enough protection.
Maybe.
Because the whole reason he went there in the first place is that
she wouldn't
accept soldiers.
Yeah. The question is how would the students not have reacted to those two soldiers all the time sitting out in the truck outside?
Security.
Sir.
Daughter's been.
Yes, sir.
Been kidnapped.
ऊपर देखो संजू, अपने डैडी को हेलो बोलो। क्या आप अब भी उसे कुर्बान करने को तैयार है? और इसको? और इसको? मेरे कुछ और भी demands हैं।
So it hasn't been
पुरानी?
No, like I said, I think it's because since the soldiers were there, he didn't have to be there anymore.
Major Ram.
You missed it.
उसकी पढ़ाई अभी अधूरी है।
Yeah, you missed it, dude.
ब्रेकिंग न्यूज दिस इवनिंग। पाकिस्तान के जनरल ने ये घोषणा की है कि 15 अगस्त को वो भी हमारी तरह हिंदुस्तानी कैदियों को मान सम्मान के साथ बॉर्डर पर हमारे हवाले कर देंगे।
They're like, we don't want to be outdone.
And that's what it is. It's
पाकिस्तान जो चाहे करे, आप दुश्मनों को आजाद नहीं करेंगे।
Call the Prime Minister's office.
You know, and he was calling them hypocrites, but aren't you being a hypocrite if
indefinitely
you don't care that the whole thing started?
सर आप प्लीज ऐसा मत कीजिए।
नहीं राम, वहाँ एक माँ बैठी है।
ये बात 10-20 हिंदुस्तानी या पाकिस्तानियों की नहीं है। ये बात उन हजारों जवानों की है जो 55 साल से जंग लड़ रहे हैं।
उन बच्चों का क्या होगा?
आप बच्चों की फिक्र मत कीजिए सर। मैं आपसे वादा करता हूँ, कल सुबह सूरज उगने से पहले सब बच्चे आजाद होंगे। तुम लोगों का कहना था कि पाकिस्तान हमारी बेवकूफी पर हंसेगा। पाकिस्तान भी हमारी तरह बेवकूफ निकला। वो भी अमन चाहता है। अब तुम्हारे राघवन को क्या चाहिए? उसे क्या मिलेगा इन 100 मासूम बच्चों को मार के?
वो जो कुछ भी कर रहा है।
I really like these light rays.
खानाज बंदूक तुम्हारे हाथ में होगी। अब तुम्हें चुनना है। तुम इस देश के लिए लड़ रहे हो या राघवन के लिए?
I like that he's trying to reach this guy's sensibilities because Raghavan is definitely lost it.
एक बार मेरी वजह से आपने अपना घर, अपना पति खोया था। मैं आपको आपका बेटा नहीं खोने दूंगा।
मेरे दोनों बेटे वापस चाहिए।
She accepts him.
I get it. It can be really hard, but he thinks of her as his mother, and you know, she can't hold him necessarily accountable for his dad's
sins of the father.
Yeah. But why did he set him up that way? It's like if you're handcuffed and they shoot you, you're dead. I mean, end of mission.
The chance he's willing to take.
I thought you were the very best.
बच्चों को छोड़ दो राघवन। तुम जैसे लोग इस देश को ले डुबोगे। तुम
पाकिस्तान के साथ दोस्ती नहीं होगी राम, सिर्फ जंग होगी। तब उनके हाथ पे लगे खून के दाग मिटेंगे। हजारों सिपाहियों का खून, मेरे बेटे का खून। उसका जंग से कोई लेना देना नहीं।
See, he revealed and he saw him.
आज तुम इन मासूम बच्चों का खून बहाने जा रहे हो। तुम भी वही बन गए हो जिससे तुम नफरत करते थे। एक घटिया कातिल। प्रोजेक्ट मिलाप नहीं रुकेगा राघवन, तुम हार गए। मार दो इन बच्चों को और ले लो अपने बेटे की मौत का बदला। प्रोजेक्ट मिलाप।
Khan, don't! Khan! Not now, Khan! Put your gun down!
I think he's a turncoat.
Yeah, I think he's gonna.
Khan!
Why is he falling flat like that?
It's symbolic.
Okay.
Major Ram.
Yep.
मेरी जंग आज भी देश के लिए है। अपनी माँ से किया हुआ वादा पूरा कर लो और अब मुलाकात नहीं होगी। प्रोजेक्ट मिलाप के कैंसिल होती है, हम पीछे की एंट्रेंस है और अगर प्रोजेक्ट मिलाप नहीं रुका तो बच्चों को मारना पड़ेगा। खान, shoot them.
He's not into that.
Vijaram! Vijaram!
Oh, you punk. Oh, simple. So simple-minded. You just can't.
वो तो मर चुका है।
विजयराम को मार डाला। हथियारे!
कैप्टन रॉय, जाके चेक करो। यहाँ तो कोई नहीं है। कैप्टन महेश, वहाँ कोई भी नहीं है।
Oh, nice. Okay.
No time for this. You gotta get them all out.
छोड़!
His sick dance moves.
Calling all stations. Come on, Roy. Roy!
Roy, be gone. Manish left the house.
Please go. Move it. मुझे बाबा के लिए कुछ करना है। तुम जाओ यहाँ से। Go.
He's like, come on, man. We'll talk later.
Go find them now, quick! ऐसा क्यों किया खान? क्यों किया?
धोखा तो तुमने दिया है। मैंने तुम्हारा साथ दिया था अपने देश को बचाने के लिए, तुम्हारे बेटे की मौत का बदला लेने के लिए।
Khan! It's not a personal war, damn it!
It always is.
संजू, मैं उसे अकेला नहीं छोड़ सकता।
Dude, you have no training.
Yeah, it's
वो मेरा
like,
भाई है।
And
yeah, I get it. He's my brother. I gotta go and save him. Yeah, but again, you have no training.
he'll probably just get in the way.
5 मिनट में आर्मी यहाँ पर आकर तुम्हें गिरफ्तार कर लेगी।
मगर 5 मिनट है ना? बाबा तुम्हारा इंतजार कर लेंगे।
There's explosives at the gate or something?
Yeah, maybe he has someone on the inside that he's paying off. What is he?
कैप्टन, चलो कैप्टन!
I have no
on
idea
a
what that.
helicopter, like.
प्रोजेक्ट मिलाप की कामयाबी मुबारक हो।
आपको भी।
I think this is just to prove like my willpower is stronger than yours, right? Like in anime all the time you watch these and it's like you have to prove that your will of what you believe in is stronger than the other person's. And so a fight
symbolically, but again, how is he swinging around? Yeah, so again, it was an animation of a sword of a.
तुम्हारे 5 मिनट खत्म हो चुके हैं राम। काश हम कुछ और देर खेल सकते। मजा आ रहा था। बाबा तुम्हें बुला रहे राम। The countdown has begun, Major. 3, 2, 1. Major.
He dropped the gun. How did he end up with the gun again?
oh, he had the gun.
No, he dropped the gun. It was in the scene. I saw him dropping the gun.
Pull one of the
Grenade.
pins, take them both down.
कहाँ पीठ घुमा के चल दिए मेजर? राम! Turn around, Major! Damn it, turn around! मैं चाहता हूँ कि तू अफसोस, मेजर। इस राम कथा में मौत राम की ही होगी।
I think he pulled one of the
दोस्त राघवन
pins,
कि तुम
right?
अपनी रामायण भूल गए। रामायण का अंत हमेशा रावण की मौत से होता है।
Yep. I was gonna say, when he was climbing up the chest, it was the perfect time to pull one. Yep.
Three.
That's why he was backing away. He's like, I don't want to get blown up. Yeah.
Not quite sure why the whole place
What?
would blow
Didn't you
up.
see that when the goon said he put explosives on the roof?
Oh, okay.
So that triggered all the other explosives the guy put.
Ah, okay.
It's been planned.
That's right. I do remember him saying about the roof.
Promise fulfilled.
And welcome to Convocation Day! और इस साल हमारे कॉलेज से ग्रेजुएट हो रहे हैं फाइनली लक्ष्मण प्रसाद शर्मा।
Wow! Well done, Lucky.
One for you and one for you.
Thank you, sir.
Longest degree ever.
Mm-hmm. That's a fast-moving merry-go-round, man.
Ferris wheel. Oh.
There she is.
Yeah, but no like special effects, no visual effects.
Yeah. It was good. It was good. I'll give it a 7. There are a few places I thought it dragged a bit. I like there's 2 storylines going basically. Well, there's multiple storylines going. One is brother, doing that whole entire storyline, and then the other with the girl that's being saved. And then the bigger one, the broad thing of trying to have this event take place between the swapping of prisoners between the 2 countries. So I liked it from that standpoint. It was good. There was some stuff that I was like, no, if truly he was protecting her, he would really make sure that he never got too far away from her. Yeah. And I think it was misguided in that the daughter, and she's now accepting soldiers. I'm like going, yeah, but there was already one attempt on her life. A couple soldiers sitting in a car outside, it's not necessarily going to prevent a sniper, so he needed to have more of a security detail than what he had, and obviously that didn't bode well for capturing the whole entire school. I know, it's a movie, gotta let it go, but and then even him not recognizing the voice
and the eyes
and just not being attuned. Oh, and then we have the other storyline of he was falling in love.
Yeah.
He was getting distracted.
Well,
so that happens.
There's a part of that.
Yeah.
You have some really good valid points, especially about the fact that they made Suniel Shetty's eyes so unique and specific.
Yeah.
It's like, where were you going with that? Like,
Yeah.
I thought that he was going to eventually recognize him because of the eyes, and he was going to be like, you look suspicious. Like,
Right.
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Or at least the scar because he ripped
Yep.
the mask, but there was nothing like that. And you have a really good point, again, with the, like, where some parts dragged, and then you said, I get it's a movie that they didn't show this part or explain that part. But no, that is a big part of a rating of a movie, is you're spending a lot of time in this area when if you would have cut that back, you would have had time to spend in another area. For example, like, was giving them the benefit of the doubt that the reason he was saying his mission is over is because now she reconciled with her dad, so she's able to take his protection. But even with all the soldiers and stuff like that, we would have loved to spend more time with how those soldiers failed to
Right.
protect her, because they would have formed like a security perimeter around the school to protect her. Maybe even assign a personal security guard to her to go between classes with her.
Yeah.
But we didn't see any of that, and it cut straight to, oh, hey, by the way,
They just
the
all got
entire
caught.
school is caught.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of loopholes. If they were short on time and they were stuck in the editing phase, I could understand that, okay, there's going to be loopholes. But not when you have almost like a 3-hour movie. When you have a 3-hour movie, it just means you didn't spend enough time on one thing and spent too much time on another
Right.
thing. That, I mean, the whole getting into the school and feeling school vibes, which I get. It's like reconnecting with his brother and all that sort of stuff. But I don't know. I liked the movie though. I'm agreeing with you with 7. I'm also going to give it a 7 because the acting was fun. It was a fun storyline generally, and I liked the whole like teacher love story with him and how that was all like taking place. I love Bomani.
He's older than you, and you're a teacher.
Yeah,
I love that.
I
line.
love Bomani Irani's character. I thought he just has really good comic style. He's very good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the whole family dynamic too, which is like, I know you're calling her mom and all that sort of stuff, but you also have to accept that like not everyone can get over infidelity.
Right.
And having another son outside of that marriage, it would be very difficult because it would be a constant reminder that whenever you see him, it's going to remind you of your husband's sin.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like, okay, if you didn't have this son, I would be able to live with you because I'm not reminded of it every single day. But seeing him, it's like, yeah, I can understand that. Could I also understand somebody that could get over that and see him as part of your family too? Sure. But some people can't do that, and you have to respect that.
Yeah.
And it was his infidelity. So, I mean, could you ever make up for that? I don't know. I don't even know what you're supposed to do in a situation like that.
Right.
But it's a very difficult thing. Now, after 20 years, who knows? Is it enough, especially after he passed, to accept him? Obviously, she did because she realized that he was in it for family. So I like that dynamic because it was really complicated and there isn't a real answer. I didn't think the mother was in the wrong and I didn't think she was in the right. And I didn't think like, I was just like, you know what? No, you have your own opinion. Great. And that is how you live your life, and people should respect that. And so it was a very complicated situation that I didn't really have an answer for. So I like watching things like that sometimes play out. You know, the action was early 2000s. So you have to take that into account. And, you know, sure, it was like kind of that entertainer style that you have to like throw things in like that. Even Hollywood movies, it's not a bash on any industry in general, but even Hollywood movies have to throw in that final fight with the bad guy, right? It's in every like movie to throw in a little bit of comedy, a little bit of romance, action. Bollywood movies like this is a full entertainer. It has comedy, it has romance, it has the song and dance numbers, it has action, you know, a little bit of something for everyone. So if you take your family to go see it, like everyone, it kind of like fits that box.
You know, you made a comment that I kept resonating with me, that it had a bit of a Grease feel. And I was like going, you know, it had that comical Grease feel and everything. And then somehow or another, I almost feel as it got mushed with something a little more serious in terms of, I mean, the whole, you know, exchanging of prisoners, kidnapping people and everything. And so I thought there wasn't when it got just forced together, as opposed to there wasn't a nice seam between it.
Yeah, and it almost felt like that was a bit rushed too. And anytime you're having these type of movies, it's like, are you making a statement? Clearly you are. And whenever you bring up the rift between the two countries, you're clearly making a statement. I don't know, you could go either way. Like, was it needed? Is it not needed? You know, like that is something that I don't think you're gonna be able to solve in a movie.
Right.
You know, and there's a lot there to unpack that I don't think you and I could ever appreciate just because we're not
in
part
that situation,
of that world.
Yeah.
And so we're kind of removed from it. So when those sort of things pop in the movies, like, I don't know, like you're showing this and I mean, okay, it's part of the movie, but I also know you're kind of making political statements as well that I'm not in, and I'm not in a position to comment on.
Right.
I let it go and I'm like, okay, but I know that there's probably people out there that are like, oh man, why you always got to try to push these issues? But if it's a platform and people see, they're like, look, I have this platform and I want to say something.
Yeah.
So they try to use it. And is it wrong? I don't know. Like, people use their platform for whatever they want to use it for, right? Anyway, it was entertaining. I liked it. Did it need to be 3 hours? I don't know. But Shah Rukh Khan was good in it, I believe. He was Shah Rukh Khan. He had the action. He had the emotional scenes.
Yep. He's got to tear up and cry in every single.
He's good at it.
I like it.
He's good with the emotions. Like he can really pull out the vibes when he needs to.
Absolutely.
So, and then you get that comic relief with the.
I love the comic release of him always just breaking out into song with.
That was really fun.
That I think it was things like that really rushed to being a comedy, okay, and being a love story and a rom-com thing, but then at the same time, then suddenly you're like quickly steering to the other side, and it was just kind of like, wow, this is really hard sometimes to kind of balance what I'm thinking and experiencing and at the same time.
I was kind of hoping for a little bit more of like a 21 Jump Street vibe, because like when I read the synopsis, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. He has to go undercover in a school, and I thought more issues would come up that's like school life that he would have to try to navigate, but it kind of seemed like they skimmed over that part, that it never really seemed like he was ever in danger of being revealed, as like, oh, you're not actually a student, because the movie wasn't about that, and I get it, but I think that could have been some fun situations too to be in where he's almost revealed. Now they did that with Boman Irani's character, where he was like said, oh, captain, and he's like, what are you talking about, captain? Oh, I mean, he should be captain of the sports team, that's what I'm pushing for, and those were kind of fun, but it was really only his character that had the chance of outing him.
Yeah.
So, but if you guys haven't seen 21 Jump Street and you like the whole like undercover, have to like older people go undercover to be like a young kid, that the remake with Channing Tatum is really funny. I like it. So that's a recommendation from me for you guys if you're interested in it and you haven't seen it. This was good, and we have actually seen in other movies references to this movie. I think even in Om Shanti Om, when they were doing their awards ceremony, there was a movie title that referenced this. I forgot what the movie title was, but I think it referenced the title of this movie. So it's going to be iconic. When we move forward and watch other movies, I think we're definitely going to see references to movies like this, because part of his classic career.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we watched it.
Yeah.
It was fun. I mean, 7 is still 7. I mean, 7 is a lot better than a 5. So. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you're a member watching this, thank you so much for being a member and joining us here today. And if you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button, the bell icon, turn on all notifications, share it, or like button par thappar maro.